welcome to our math time. My name is Teacher Cinderella, and you can call me Teacher Cindy. Well, thank you, Miss Aburdenio, for leading the prayer. Before anything else, is anyone absent today? None? Okay, thank you. Now, are you ready? I can hear you louder. Okay, very good. Now, let me ask you first. Do you still remember what we have tackled yesterday? Very good. We discussed and we learned how to add and subtract using delicious fruits. Do you still remember? Okay, very good. Now, before we proceed to our lesson, let us read our objective first. Can you read? At the end of the lesson, the students are able to 1. Define real problems. Number 2. Classify real number into different sets. And number 3. Appreciates the importance of real numbers in daily life. So now, let's proceed.
Today, I have here a word puzzle. So inside the puzzle, there are hidden words inside. So your task is to find and encircle the words. So look carefully. The words may go across up, down, or backwards. So do you understand the directions? Very good. Now you may start. Time is up, so let us check your answers. So who can share with me here in front about one word you found? Thank you, everyone.
Are you familiar with numbers? Or do you know what number is? Okay, numbers are the symbols or concept that we use when we count, measure, or label a thing. For example, example 1, if we buy candy in the store, the amount of money that we paid for that candy is what we called numbers. Example 2, if you are being asked, how old are you? So your answer is what we called numbers. Number 3, if you are being asked, how many siblings do you have? So your answer is what we called numbers. Number 4, if you count the number of the bird singing in the tree, is what we called numbers. So you already know what number is? Okay, very good. So let's proceed to our main topic, the real numbers. Is there any fake numbers? Of course, no. Real numbers is any numbers that can be found in the number line. It's either positive, negative, fractions, and decimals. So here are the examples of number lines. As you can see, all the numbers in the number lines are what we called real numbers. As you can see in the chart, real numbers are categorized in two. We have rational numbers and irrational numbers. Now, let me define what is rational number. Rational number is any number that can be expressed in or as fraction in the form of P and Q. P is for numerator, Q is for denominator. Real numbers are those who can be write in fraction form. For examples, the decimals, the integers. But let us always remember that 0 cannot be in the denominator or in the lowest part of the fractions that we call denominator. While the irrational numbers is in any numbers that cannot be written as the fractions. So those numbers that cannot be written as a fractions are what we call irrational numbers. And examples of irrational numbers are the radius of the circle, the square roots of 2, and also the square roots of 3. And those numbers that I have mentioned are examples of irrational numbers.
Good day, everyone. We are going to discuss about integers and non-integer rational numbers. Before we begin, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen numbers with fractions or decimals, like 1/2 or 0.5? How about whole numbers like 3, 0, or -5? So these are examples of the topics that we will learn today. First, let us talk about integers. So integers are whole numbers. These are numbers that do not have fractions or decimals. So integers can be positive or negative or even zero. So we use integers when we count things like pencils, toys, or scores in games. For examples are -4, 0, 6, 15, or -2. So if a number is whole and has no decimals or fractions, it is called an integer. Next is non-integer rational numbers. So a non-integer rational number is a number that can be written as a fraction, but is not a whole number because they shows part of a whole. So we usually see these numbers when sharing pizza, cake, or measuring something. For example, 1/2, 3/4, 1.5, and 2.25. They are not whole numbers because they have fractions or decimals. Now, let's have a short activity. So identify whether the following numbers are integers or non-integer rational numbers. Number 1. -8. Integer or non-integer rational number? Correct. It is an integer. Number 2. 0.5. What is the answer? Correct. It is a non-integer rational numbers. Number 3. 4/7. Is it non-integer rational numbers or integer? Very good. It is a non-integer rational numbers. Last but not the least, the number 12. Integer or non-rational integer? Very good. It is an integer. So very good. Now you all know the difference about the integers and non-integer rational numbers. To summarize, integers are whole numbers and it is also a positive or negative, while the non-integer rational numbers are numbers written in fractions or decimals that are not a whole number. Thank you everyone. I hope you learned something today.
Good day everyone. How are you today? Before we start, I want you to look around the classroom. Can you count how many electric fans or chairs you can see? Very good. The numbers you use in counting are related to our topic today. Today, we will discuss about whole numbers and negative numbers. First, let us talk about whole numbers. Whole numbers are numbers used in counting. They include zero and positive counting numbers. They do not have decimals, fraction, or negative signs. Example of whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Class, can anyone give me another example of a whole number? Wow, very good. In real life, we use whole numbers when counting objects. For example, if there are 10 students inside a classroom, the number 10 is a whole number. Now, let us proceed to negative numbers. Negative numbers are numbers less than 0. They always have a minus sign before the number. For example, are -1, -2, -5, and -10. Class, have you ever heard in a weather report that the temperature is below 0? That is an example of a negative number. For example, if the temperature is 3 degrees below 0, we write it as -3. Another example, if you own 50 pesos, it can be represented as -50. So now, class, let me ask you, what is the difference between whole numbers and negative numbers? Okay, Anika. Wow, very good. Whole numbers start from 0 and go higher, while negative numbers are below 0 and have a negative sign. To summarize, whole numbers are used for counting, while negative numbers represent values below 0. Both are important in mathematics and in our daily lives. Now, let us have a short activity. Please identify if the number is a whole number or a negative number. Okay? Who wants to answer number 1? Okay. Wow, excellent. Very good, everyone. Did you understand our lesson today? That's great to hear. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
So good day everyone. So teacher already discussed about the negative and whole numbers. So did everyone understand what is negative and whole numbers? Yes, very good. So now that you all understand, let's proceed to our next topic. So our next topic is all about natural and zero numbers. So does everyone here knows what is natural numbers? No, not yet. Okay, so does everyone here knows how to count? Okay, very good. I'm glad you all know how to count. So what is natural numbers? Please read. So natural numbers are counting numbers. So for example, I have here apples. So how many apples do we have? Please count. Very good. We have 4 apples. So now I have another example. How many spoons do we have? Very good. So we have 2 spoons. So did you all understand what is natural numbers? Yes, very good. Natural numbers are counting numbers and we use them when counting objects. So now let's proceed to zero numbers. So what is zero? Does anyone knows what is zero? From the word zero. Okay, very good. You know what zero means. It means nothing. So for example, I have here 4 apples. If I remove 2 of them, how many apples are left? So we have 2 apples left. But if I remove another 2 apples, how many apples are left? Very good. We have no apples left. It means no apple means 0. So that's all. Thank you.
And now, I want you to identify whether it is a natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers. So I have here 5 questions that you need to answer. Are you all done? Okay. Now let us check. Did all of you get the correct answers? Well, very good, everyone. Now that we already learned about real numbers and their different types, we also learned that real numbers include natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers. So, thank you everyone for listening and God bless us all.